Hey everyone, Dr. Mike here, and welcome back to SugDaaR Wellness Revolution. Now, I know keeping up with your health is important at any age, but today, we're focusing on my favorite people in the world, all you awesome seniors out there. We're going to be talking about staying fit after 60. Whether you're newly retired or have been enjoying the retired life for a while now, I'm going to share some easy and safe exercises that you can do to feel amazing. Remember, it's never too late to start prioritizing your health. Alright, let's kick things off with a nice and easy warm-up. Remember, we want to treat our bodies with respect, especially as we get older. So, we're going to start with some gentle movements to get that blood flowing. First, let's do some shoulder rolls. Just stand up nice and tall, feet shoulder width apart, and gently roll those shoulders back in a circular motion. Good. Now let's switch it up and roll them forward. We're going to do about 10 repetitions in each direction. This is going to help loosen up those shoulder joints. Now, let's move on to some head tilts. Gently tilt your head to the right, bringing your ear closer to your shoulder. Hold it there for a few seconds, feeling a nice stretch in the left side of your neck. Now do the same thing on the other side. Remember, no jerky movements here, just smooth and controlled. Next up, let's do some arm circles. Extend your arms out to the sides and make small circles forward. After about 10 repetitions, switch directions and circle those arms backward. Feeling good? Great. Now, let's get those legs warmed up with some gentle knee lifts. Bring your knee up towards your chest one at a time like you're marching in place. And lastly, let's do some ankle rotations. Lift one foot off the ground and rotate your ankle clockwise, then counterclockwise. Repeat with the other foot. Perfect. Now that we're all warmed up, let's move on to some stretching. Now, it's time to show those muscles some love with some light stretching. First up, let's do a seated back stretch. Sit towards the edge of your chair, feet flat on the floor. Gently twist your upper body to the right, placing your left hand on your right thigh for support. Hold that stretch, feeling it in your back, and then slowly come back to center and repeat on the other side. Next, let's stretch those hamstrings, the muscles at the back of your thighs. Stand up with your feet hip-width apart and extend one leg forward, heel on the ground. Now bend forward from your hips, keeping your back straight and reach for your toes. You should feel a nice stretch in the back of your leg. Hold it for about 30 seconds and then switch legs. Now let's move on to a quadricep stretch. Stand near a wall or chair for balance. Grab your right foot with your right hand and gently pull your heel towards your buttock. Hold that stretch, feeling it in the front of your thigh and then switch legs. We're also going to stretch those hip flexors. Kneel on your right knee with your left foot forward, flat on the floor. Gently push your hips forward until you feel a stretch in the front of your right hip. Hold it there and then switch legs. And finally, let's stretch those chest muscles. Interlock your fingers behind your back and straighten your arms. Push your chest forward and lift your arms slightly until you feel a stretch in your chest and shoulders. Hold it for about 15 seconds and then release. Great job, everyone. Now that we're all stretched out, let's get that heart rate up with some low-impact aerobics. Chapter 3. Low-impact aerobics. Now it's time to get that heart pumping with some low-impact aerobics. And don't worry, we're not talking about anything too strenuous. We're going to keep it nice and easy on those joints. Let's start with some marching in place. Just lift those knees up high like you're a soldier marching in a parade. We're going to do this for about a minute. Feel free to pump those arms too if you're feeling up to it. Alright, next up, let's do some side steps. Step to the right with your right foot, then bring your left foot together. Continue stepping to the side, keeping your toes pointed forward and your core engaged. We're going to do this for about a minute as well. Now let's try some heel digs. It's just like marching in place. But instead of bringing your knees up high, you're going to extend your legs forward and tap your heels to the ground. This is great for working those quads. Again, we'll do this for about a minute. Feeling good? Let's keep it moving with some arm bicycles. Extend your arms out to the sides and make circular motions forward like you're pedaling a bike. After about 30 seconds, switch directions and pedal backwards. And finally, let's finish up our low-impact aerobics with some toe taps. Stand with your feet hip-width apart and simply tap your toes to the ground, alternating feet. This is a great way to get your heart rate up without putting too much stress on your joints. Awesome job, everyone. Now, let's move on to some strength training. Chapter 4. strength training. Don't worry, when I say strength training, I'm not talking about pumping iron like a bodybuilder. We're going to be using light weights or resistance bands for this part. If you don't have weights, that's totally fine. You can use soup cans or water bottles instead. Let's start with some bicep curls. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, holding a weight in each hand with your palms facing up. Keeping your elbows close to your sides, slowly curl the weights up towards your shoulders. Lower the weights back down to the starting position and repeat. We're going to do about 10 repetitions of each exercise. Next up, let's work those triceps with some overhead extensions. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart and hold one weight with both hands. Extend your arms overhead, keeping your elbows close to your ears. Slowly lower the weight behind your head, bending your elbows. Then, extend your arms back up to the starting position. Now let's work those shoulders with some lateral raises. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, holding a weight in each hand with your palms facing your body. Keeping your elbows slightly bent, raise your arms out to the sides until your elbows are about shoulder height. Lower the weights back down to the starting position and repeat. For our legs, let's do some squats. Stand with your feet slightly wider than shoulder-width apart, toes pointing slightly outward. Keeping your back straight and core engaged, slowly lower your hips down as if you're sitting back into a chair. Make sure your knees don't go past your toes. Push through your heels to stand back up to the starting position. And finally, let's finish up our strength training with some calf raises. Stand with your feet hip-width apart, holding onto a wall or chair for balance if needed. Rise up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels off the ground. Lower your heels back down to the starting position and repeat. Amazing work, everyone. Now, let's cool down. Chapter 5. Cool down routine. All right, everyone. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. We're going to finish up with a nice and relaxing cool-down routine. Let's start with some gentle arm stretches. Reach your right arm across your body and hold it with your left hand just above your elbow. Gently pull your right arm towards your chest until you feel a stretch in your shoulder and the back of your arm. Hold it for about 15 seconds and then switch arms. Now let's stretch those hamstrings again. Sit on the floor with your legs extended in front of you. Reach for your toes, keeping your back as straight as you can. Hold the stretch for about 30 seconds, remembering to breathe deeply. Next, let's do a standing quad stretch. Stand near a wall or chair for balance and grab your right foot with your right hand. Gently pull your heel towards your buttock until you feel a stretch in the front of your thigh. Hold it for about 15 seconds and then switch legs. We're also going to do a gentle back stretch. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart and place your hands on your hips. Slowly rotate your upper body to the right, then to the left, feeling a gentle stretch in your back. Repeat this a few times in each direction. And finally, let's end our cool down with some deep breathing exercises. Close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Hold your breath for a few seconds and then slowly exhale through your mouth. Repeat this several times, focusing on your breath and allowing your body to relax. And that's it for today's workout. Great job, everyone! Remember, staying active is one of the best things you can do for your physical and mental health, no matter your age. Even incorporating a little bit of exercise into your daily routine can make a world of difference. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel for more fitness tips. And be sure to share this video with your friends and family so they can join in on the fun too. Stay active, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.